Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Fed Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is April 27, 2023, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, Meta, which is formerly Facebook, blows through its quarterly earning report, and in after hours soars to $240 a share. Now first, no major economic events scheduled for today, but as the quarterly earning reports continue, today we have Apple, Amazon, and Microsoft publishing their first quarter reports. So that's something to be interested about. Now looking at the Forex symbols, we're watching the euro and the British pound just sitting on resistance versus the US dollar. Looking at the indices, the Dow Jones slides lower to 33,400, while the NASDAQ remains unchanged. Looking at commodity, gold unchanged, while oil fills the gap on the downside. When we look at stocks, a lot happening. Tech stocks remain strong, Microsoft holding to its gains, but bank stocks actually slid. Now lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin has a huge intraday move yesterday, but let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to start with the Euro USD, and pretty much you can see we're sitting there at resistance, 110.49-ish level, 40 right now, right now. We're in the 10 pip area, but I just want to highlight this, okay? It's sitting here for quite some time, and it does look like it is forming this type of wedge formation, okay? Let me draw that for you. You can see it, and that's usually an indication that it's going to break out in either direction. Now, I would continue watching this very carefully, and you got to look at the British pound as well, because that is sitting there as well and getting stronger versus the dollar. So it's not going to give it to you right away. It'll give it to you in tidbits, and you'll see it. Just it'll come here and it'll come here, and then boom, it'll happen just like that. So keep an eye on this as this unfolds. Now, looking at gold, just trading at 202, up a few bucks from yesterday, but you can see we're flatlining here pretty much. Okay, as it's consolidating at this $2,000 level. Now, looking at crude oil, fills in the gap at $74.50. Well, this is really important because it's breaking the 30-day moving average. That means that it's weaker than the 30-day moving average. When we do have this crossover, it is significant. And if we do break $72, we could see ourselves back to $65 a share, a barrel. Now, looking at the U.S. markets, Dow Jones slides to 33,400-ish level, and that is significant because this was relatively strong. Now, what is drawing this down are the banks. If we look at Bank of America, it beat its estimates, had a big high, but filled in that gap at $28 from $31. If we look at JP Morgan, also, that had a massive high to $142, and now making a correction to $135. It's testing it. I get it. It's also booking some profits after this hit almost $100 a share back in October. So this is something to consider as we're going into today's session, because if it does continue getting weaker, this may pull down the market. Now, jumping into the NASDAQ, unchanged, 13,000. We've been in a really tight range with the NASDAQ. And I want to highlight this. Looking at Apple going into today's session is 163. And today, Apple is coming out with its quarterly reports. Microsoft, the other day, had a massive number, okay? And you can see here, it's holding to its gains. It didn't break further down into that 299 level, but it didn't break out higher. It didn't go into like a mode where I would have expected it to like break out. It is at resistance-ish level still at 295. I'm sorry to say it. And I wish we blew through it, and then I would say, okay, 316 is the next resistance. So I am very cautious about the fact that we've beat estimates and sales are great and all that, but the tape has to read it. Microsoft has to come through. The market has to have enough confidence in Microsoft to pull it higher. That is what is going on right now. Now, looking at Facebook today, it's right now on the chart 209, but really it's going to gap up to 240 this morning. You'll see it when the market opens in the United States. So this is important. Beat its estimates. Amazon coming out with its quarterly reports close to its highs also. So this is important also. Now, lastly, looking at Tesla sliding to 153. And remember, this was really strong. We just went to 207 and also had a decent quarter. So this is a little bit disconcerting that it's selling off to this level. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, look at this intraday hop and bump, and here, this is just really unbelievable. I mean, this is a scalper's haven. Okay, when you have these erratic kind of moves, you know, if you're a fast trader and you could go in and out and you have the availability, this is what you're looking for. However, we're right back to where we are. We're at mid-level, 28,800. We still have resistance at 30-ish thousand, and we still have support at 27,500-ish level around that area. So we're still within that area. So just keep that in mind. We're smack in the middle of that, even though that we had such a aggressive intraday move yesterday. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.